The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everybody, welcome to the weekly Noyantis Usergroup meeting. Just trying to get us make myself the presenter, won't be 1 second. Okay, yes, welcome everybody. It's today is the 2nd of September 2019. It's the weekly Noyantis Usergroup meeting, as we say. I believe in certain parts of the world it's a public holiday, so John isn't with us today. As always, if anyone's got any questions or queries or issues or ideas, then feel free to raise your hand. We'll get the mics open and we'll see what we can do. Updates. I'll just quickly start with the latest updates, and basically this week we are just putting the finishing touches together to a set of updates to the entire suite. To make them CodeJoc version 19 compatible. So yeah, basically we are just up to alphabetically. We're just up to Skin Framework. We can see on the screen there. So they'll be later today. They will all be updated and so on. So they'll be available then. That's really it for the updates at the moment. So I can see we've got a question in already. So let's open the mic. And it's related to, looks like it's calendar, I think. So, Pete.
Good day. Hello, how are you?
Yes, fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, okay.
Very good. So, do you want to explain your question?
In the demo of the calendar, of the calendar app, there's a demo of a calendar linked to a browser, but that doesn't work. And I don't know how to get that working.
Okay, let me take a look. This is an older demo. It's really just. Oh, let's look at that. Yeah, I forgot to. This is an older demo application. It's one we just use for compatibility testing. But I think I know the one you're referring to. I'll just quickly compile and run it.
Well, I mean, when you fill something in the browser, I expected to see in the calendar, vice versa, but maybe it's not the purpose of it.
There was a link to browse there, so it is in this one. I do remember it. I think, if truth be told, I think that was added as a bit of a. I don't know how it would translate, but a gimmick, basically, as a bit of just an idea, rather than to be practical. But that's there. If it's in there, it should work. So yeah. So agreed. I would expect here we've got looking completely out of date here. Let's let's get rid of those records and at least put some in that we can work with. In fact, I'm going to be there all day with that. So just 1 second. And just going to get rid of the TPS tables. There you go.
Yeah.
That'll be quickest way. Onto there and just run it again. Okay.
Yeah, you
we've got
have said yes. Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Okay, so no, that's good. I just wanted something for today, so I can see there the second at 10. So that should be in there. Let's have a look at the settings of this. It's a long time since I've looked at it, I'll be honest. So we're going to go to the calendar. Data source, a list control, list events.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All the fields need to be linked accordingly, as you would imagine. Yep. Oh, that looks okay. Now I wonder, because there was changes to do related to when the load gets triggered. I wonder if it's just linked to that.
Yeah. Well, I also removed the TPS data, and I didn't click yes to generate the data. So I filled in the browse some data, but I don't see it in the calendar.
I'm thinking.
It's not a big problem if it's not possible.
Oh
yet.
no! It should be there. Well, let's follow it through now. So, well, first of all, let's have a look at the data load is being changed. Is it being called? So that's one of the things. Data load events. So there's no code in there for that. What about EV ID? Okay, so we've got our data source here. This is what I was looking for. Is that correct? Generation of that doesn't look quite right for me, to be honest. What I'm going to do is on the other screen, I'm going to open up the calendar class so that I can put some code in there as we're working.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong screen. Sorry, I've just got the other screen here as well. In fact, I'll bring it in so we can see what we're doing. Data source queue.
No, list. Oh, that's a queue.
First of all, then, let's just see load events from source. Let's see if this is being triggered. It is quite a while since I've done this, but it looks like something might have upset it. It shouldn't have done. So let's just go into a normal calendar. We wouldn't expect it there, and so on. In here, no, it's just not being triggered. Yeah, the actual loading is not being triggered.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe.
Why on earth would that be commented? Is there anything in the template? Which, from memory, is not. There's a derived method, of course, but that's it. So I wouldn't expect to see them in there. Okay, now. Oh, now. That's it. And the other's got to delete all events. Someone tells me I can't have the delete all events in there with the new loading. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, I think I know what the issue is. I'll be a second, just. I'd like to check all this, but I think it's linked to that. Okay, Pete, I'll do some further digging on this before I get the update out.
Okay, no problem. I'm not in a hurry.
Related to the source, we can't put it just strictly in the yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, I've got an idea, and I know why it's doing this. I mean, we could quickly.
Only if you have the time now, it will be nice if you get it to work. But
well, as I say, we've got a set of updates coming out later today. The only slowdown in some of that might be to do with the report control, because that is mid development, and then CodeJock have brought out version 19, so I've got a bit of a question mark what to do there. But yeah, no, I'd like to get this in. We're all right for time just yet. I'll just take one quick look. I think that is. Tell you what, let me just open that in again. We will have in the load. That's the old one. That's the old one. Nope, not that. Missing something there because there's data load events. Ah. Really confusing this. That's the line I'm looking for, but I thought it would be, no, it's not under reset. That's the init. The kill, yes. This is a good one to start with, isn't it?
Sorry.
No problem. I was trying to think the normal loading. We take a step back. There's one what does delete all events. It's not there. Yeah, there's usually one method which resets, and basically it will call the load, but prior to the load, it will actually do the delete or repop, reload, and then where are we? Look at one of the others. In one of the old places. This is the old code, but it's not the old template. I'm going to have to do some more digging on this. Because this is an old. I'll see if I've got a newer one, just so we can crack it open. Just. No, okay. I'll tell you what I can do. Just for us to take one quick look. Okay, so what I was after here is just regular simple calendar. That'll do. We'll look at the data loading of this. This is the latest example application.
Okay.
Data load events. Oh, it does have the delete in there. I was absolutely convinced it wouldn't. Okay. Okay, well that's interesting then. But that wouldn't have the load because it's got a sync. We see that do the load, but then we see it clear straight away, so something else is then clearing it.
Yeah.
Just prove that, put them back in again. In fact, we will actually clear out them examples. Okay, they've gone. Open the browse, that's good.
Okay.
Put one in for today at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, but nothing in there. Did I save the class before? we know at the end of this point that they are being loaded because we can see them flash.
Hey.
No, I don't think that's correct personally. Let's just put some more in. Yeah, I'm not convinced on that.
No.
Doesn't actually seem to be behaving itself there, actually.
And when you put in some date, a date before last Friday or last Thursday?
I was just checking it is changing the
Yeah, okay.
the browse.
Yeah.
And it is. We can see there. Okay, and let's, as you say, let's put one in there. What was the date? 27th. That shall do. 2708. Okay, so that's down on the 27th.
Yeah.
That should jump up to there. Okay. But we go out and go back in again. Jump into the first one, the 27th. Okay.
Yeah.
Still a bit hesitant on it, I'll be honest, but okay. We take that message out. Let's jump to the 27th. I wonder if the other one was data, and that's why he was.
Yep. It's in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will do some more tests before releasing it. I've got to admit, because it threw me to start with. But we'll leave that in. I will. Yeah, we'll do some more tests before release. But if it's okay, then yeah, it'll go in the release, which will be just after the webinar.
Yep. Okay. Thanks for now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll leave the mic open. Oh no, I'll mute it. But if you need us, just shout up. Now we've got Frank calendar questions. Perfect, because that's what we're looking at. Hi, Frank. Do you have a mic?
Hi, Andy. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes. Good. Yourself?
Good. Hi, John. Just have some general basic legacy calendar questions. Would I be able to share my screen?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's just bring you into present there. We should get a prompt. Oh, no, that one, sorry. No. Where are you? Make presenter. There you go.
Can you see my screen?
We can, yeah.
Okay. So make sure that everything's clear. All my webinar screenshots. So just some basic stuff. You answered this before. This little blue space right up here. There's nothing I can put in there or anything, right? That's just part of the.
They are to do with the all-day events. So if you have an event which isn't a particular time, let's say 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock, it isn't that. Basically, it's all day. Like today, public holiday in the US, Labor Day, I believe, is it? So
right.
You would put it in there with Labor Day. And it's not Labor Day 10 till 12 or 2 till 4. It's Labor Day all day.
So it's a place to put an all-day a note or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I got them written down. So number 2, my timeline on the left here. Okay, you see how it starts at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can put 5 in front of that? This is not a big deal. If we can't, no big deal. I just tell my customers, look, just shut up and put up with it.
if it's obviously if that was to start at 5, then you would see the 5 a.m. and so on. And
Okay. Okay.
But we'd have to have a look if there's any properties for that. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. It would come down to their settings, but I can take a look. Just 1 second. So it's really related to the time. I'm just looking in the help now. Time header, no. Timeline label event, no. Okay. Because that's a time scale we're looking at. Change the time scale property. Yeah. Just trying to see what time scales, what properties we've physically got. Because all we can do is go with what's there,
Sure. Like I said, this is just a simple thing. I just I was writing down my questions. If not, don't worry about it. I don't want you to do anything to it.
I can't say I've seen that. I mean, you can have dual times, in case you've got 2 time zones, you can have 2 time scales next to each other with a bias. But no, just looking here now, just draw date. No.
Okay.
I don't, off the top of my head, I've got to admit.
Okay. So the next question is, I'm going to skip that one. Okay. Now, I'm on the weekly schedule.
Okay.
All right. And if I see, just refresh. If I pick, let's say Wednesday at 7 a.m. here. Okay. Yep. See how it clears out everything. Okay. And then we wait. And then bang, it pops up, but it doesn't keep my cell. So I can still double click on it. It picks up my time and my date for my appointment form.
Well, first of all, what was the big delay there? That was quite concerning.
Yeah.
So what are you doing there? So you've got your calendar, okay, and then what are you clicking on? Just clicking on a 8 a.m.
Yeah, like I'm going Wednesday at 7 a.m. I just left click on the. And now it doesn't do it. What happened here? See, now it did it. See, it's almost like.
I think you've got some loading code or some code in the wrong place.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I've been working on 2 calendars here, my daily and my weekly, and I had so much code in the daily to look up my trainers. This is for a personal training app. And looking at my trainers and all that kind of stuff, putting in my own colors because, anyway. So I just kind of copied it and made it weekly and then adjusted the code. And I know the code is probably really kludgy, but I tried to put in a load events if I selected you see now, and it's working sometimes.
No, I think there's definitely. Do you want to show us your loading? You've definitely got something wrong there.
All right. So if I go to my embeds, see, this is where I tried to put in the cell selected. I actually tried to.
Oh, definitely wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I found that out the hard way. And again, I apologize for some of my code here. It's kludgy, I know, but I'm just not familiar enough with the terminology. And a lot of your examples are ABC, and I'm legacy, so trying to, convert and where do I put them and things like that. So I pre-apologize for.
Oh no, the good thing is, from the calendar's point of view, the embed points we use for legacy would be the exact same legacy embed points we're going to use for the ABC anyway.
Okay, so. Basically what I do is I come in, the first thing I do here in this calendar is I pick my trainers, declare trainer schedules. So the first thing, it comes up with that. Just let me show you. When I close this, when I pick my calendar, boom, there's all my trainers. Okay. So now I pick my trainer, and that's pretty quick. I actually got it to really go quick because it was taking a long time, but I used this data set from a client because they had a lot of data in it. But what I was doing, I was going through every trainer and then just filtering, So anyway, I got the load events doing pretty good. You do the next week, it comes right up. I'm real happy with that. But here, so I come in, I do my trainer. This
Okay.
is how I just again, this is legacy code. I'm just looping through. I'm picking from. I'm not using parameters. I'm just sending over global variables, so I know who the trainer is that I've selected, and I want an active trainer.
Yep.
And it just comes through, and bang, you know, I just as soon as I find them, I add the name to the top.
Okay.
So that's that, and then I come
Well,
in.
actually, if you just go back into there, can you only have
Okay.
one trainer at a time?
Right now, I do. My
So you
goal
you could issue a break there then and come out. I don't know if you've got it.
I do actually down here. Oh, somewhere, maybe not. Oh, oh yeah. I didn't put a break here. I put a break in the when I actually load the schedule for that specific trainer. But yeah. I mean, I can do an else, I guess, down here and break.
No. I meant after you.
Right here.
So straight after you've added, you could break, because if you can only have one trainer on at a time, then
right.
You know that you've found them.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So I understand. That'll save me a little bit of time. Even though usually we don't have that many trainers, but there are situations where they do have like 50, 75 trainers. So that would definitely help. So then we go into down here. I think it is this load events? Is this what you were looking for?
Sorry, just 1 second.
No, that's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Well, okay. Can I get access to the mouse and keyboard? And what I'll do is,
sure,
we'll bring this up to the latest, where the embed point should be, and then we'll just talk quickly through what we've got here. I might be able to streamline it a little.
Okay. Well, how do I do that? Do I give? Okay. Is that a give, Andy? Does that work?
Yep. Looks like it does. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is, you're still using, I noticed here, you've got the old obsolete embed points. Where were they? Did I see? I thought I saw some obsolete embed points earlier. Yeah, the data load and the fetch. That's perfectly fine. But let's just tidy that up. I'll put in the right, so it's just better for you going forward.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a quick chat about where things are currently being called and how they're called automatically. So let's go. Where was the Noyantis? There you go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the old one. Where they are, it's just, might as well not have them in the obsolete. We might as well put them in the right place going forward.
Sure.
So if I just put that there, okay.
Yeah, I never even saw the obsolete thing there.
It's just one of the things I picked up, because obviously we're trying to track what's happening. So
sure.
Now that's going to keep doing. There's just a few. It's mainly the data ones, so we'll quickly just go through them. And some of these are called automatically. Thanks, Chris. So again, quickly under here, let's just put them back as we would want them. I always copy and then, because you can see how it it reloads everything for us.
I didn't even see that.
Should be another one, probably the update, yeah. Okay, now within this lot, if I go to the data load, we'll quickly just check we are filled only. Fine. That's self-selected. You got nothing. You really, I mean, you wouldn't want loading and so on. So let's take that out of the equation. You
Okay.
might want to, if you ever wanted to say prime up a variable to say, okay, what time have they clicked on, that kind of thing. But that's really the only time you really want that. Delete is the fetch is just going to do some kind of access fetch. I take it, so on and so forth. Yeah, or not access. Sorry, that's ABC. Fine. Now check there's no more of these. You select an event. Do you do anything special there? A fine related appointment. Yeah, okay, I take it. Yep, that's spot on. Okay, now what you've got here, no event selected. Do you have some code in there? I'm just trying to see. Fine, yep.
Oh, yeah, I have like a little note that's displayed as you highlight the appointment.
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine.
I think that's where I'm clearing it.
Sync from the calendar to the file, so that should be a series of, yep, brilliant, okay. And then the flip of that, the flip of that would be from the file back to the calendar. So you've updated something in there. Okay. Okay, that's the older way. We could streamline that in a minute, but that's not the root cause of our problem. So we've got an embed point in here, which is data load events. Now that's going to be called for you whenever it requires data. So if you go moving around the date picker or the calendar or anything like that, then this will be called with some dates. So we want to put our load code in there, and we really shouldn't need, unless we want to force a reload, we shouldn't really be calling it anywhere else. So let's find your, is it a routine?
Local procedures, I think, is where
load events?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's, if you don't mind, can we?
Sure. You have complete control.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, actually, no, we'll leave that because it might be still being called and so on and so forth. I'm going to copy all that and then just comment it.
Okay, cool.
So now let's go back up to our data load. And in here, we've got some parameters. We've got a start and an end, and whether to force a load. So that will already be there for you. Okay, so we've got that. Do you need the local? Oh, that'll be. You don't need that code now because to store the previous ones.
Okay.
What you want to do is going to delete all. I'll let you do the lining up afterwards. But your schedule, I take it your index is the person and the date.
Correct.
Okay, so you would want to jump to the param start date, which will come in for you.
Okay.
Do that. Fine. Do your next. Make sure if it's that.
Hang on. I think this has to go here now. Because we took out the local end date.
Oh, sorry, no, just no, go back.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, that would be param end date.
Oh, right, because it's a weekly schedule.
Well, the beauty of this is the user would be able to actually identify. You wouldn't have to just have daily or weekly. It would just show and load just on what they've displayed. So if you by default put it in weekly mode, it will do that. But if they then override it and show 2 weeks, you would load 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But of course, you can control what the user can select in the date picker, that kind of thing. So, but now it's going to get these dates. So it's going to say you're looping until that or end of file. That's fine. If it's for that person,
right.
Okay, but if that's the first part of the index, if it's not them, you should be able to break out.
Right, I do at the end. I do an else break.
Oh, right. Okay, got you. So if we shouldn't need that if now, because if you've started there and you're looping
Right.
until
Right. Just my paranoia, I guess.
So clearing a group, you're starting to prime up the group now. So we've got a next. We've got one if. Insert event from group. I was saying you wouldn't need one, so I just want to. Struggling lining up these.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't do it.
Right.
Oh, the ifs?
Yeah, only because I've commented one, so let's put them in there for you. So I've got that. So that would have been over there.
Right, I can kind of show you at the bottom.
Oh, okay, please, yeah. You just jumped.
Yeah, this is the loop, and this would be my first if. Okay, so here's my loop, then my next if. And you took that first if out, right?
No, not the overall first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that first. Yes. Yeah,
All right,
that one.
So we'll just comment that out, and then this is the second one. And then this would be if the trainer is identified, run through, get the events, and then break.
Yep.
Or if it hits the next trainer, break.
Yep, got you. Perfect. Yeah, it was just that one because I thought there was another if there. You see.
Yeah, it's just for my type, whether it's checked in or I have different colors and different statuses
got
of.
Here. Right. Okay. I see what you're doing there.
If it's not done, I put pending. If it's done and it's allowed, if it's a no-show or late cancel, depending on what the status is of the account.
But the start date and end date, where are they populated?
Well, from the time picker.
Okay.
I mean the date picker. I'm sorry.
But if you're only loading, then you only ever saying if it's greater than that and it's less than that, but you're only ever going to be. So we don't need that if. So I think that's that. So you got if. Oh, hang on. Which if is that? Where's the matching end?
Oh yeah. There's two F's here. I gotta. This is connected, and then if it's active, if it's an appointment, there's a different status type, an off time. Okay, a blockout time I call it.
Yeah.
So that's that if loop there, and then this is the if else.
So where's the end to that particular if? Because I commented that one, the if a little earlier.
This whole group is here.
No. If you just pass them out.
I'm sorry. This one here?
Yeah, where's the end to that?
Yeah, I just commented that out. There's the first end.
And that's the other one up there. Right.
Okay. Else break. Yeah, this one here. I did that one. Sorry, right. I should have put it.
Okay. So now, if you can just pass the control again, I'll just take one quick look.
What do you want to do?
I think you could. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That's come back to me. Sorry, I thought.
A little delay.
Jump back, and we've got that load, which won't do anything now, of course.
Right.
I just want to have a look at anywhere where it's being called, just in case you have another scenario. So it's declared. You are refreshing on
The timer.
Yep. You have a timer, so that's fine. So what we would want to do there is the name of the calendar. Calendar Pro dot refresh content, and you can just say true, which will do a false, and it will reload the current dates which are already highlighted for you.
Oh, nice.
So we can take that out, and that's the declaration. You don't need that on the date picker now, because it will automatically recognize it.
Okay.
And you've got it in the init complete. Question mark whether you'll need it in the init complete, actually. I'm just going to comment that for now.
Okay.
Definitely not on the cell selected, we know that. And that's commented. I'm going to say you won't need any of these. Calendar new date. No, you won't need that. You don't need to load just because you're moving from date to date. Because you'll have already loaded for the required range. So do you want to just quickly try that? Try a compile and...
Yeah, that's a good sign. Okay. So now, oh, look at that. It's exactly what we wanted to do. So I just want to double check. Okay, it's bringing over the date time in the trainer. Perfect. So, well, that answers that. That's great.
Okay, and if you was
I can't tell you how many days I spent on that.
Oh, no.
Which also is a reflection on my life, which I have none.
What you've got here, so we're loading the 2nd to the 8th. Okay, now if the user was to go and highlight 10-12, then it will load dynamically the 10 to 12.
Okay.
We don't need to put any code in. It knows to call the embed point load events with those dates. So the user goes back here. So we don't have to do any coding. Just one central point to load the events, and when it needs data, it will call it for you.
Oh my God, that is. I wonder if I've probably done my daily really kludgy too. But now I did have a question on this. If I do see now, if I do this, okay, it pulls both weeks. All right, now watch what happens. You see, when I try to go back to the original week, I can't get out of the month.
That really comes down to, and I know what you mean, right? So let me try it here. So it puts itself into month view.
Yes.
You have to you have to really put it back to day view, because if it goes over a certain number of selections, it jumps up to month view automatically. So it really comes down to what the user selects, that kind of thing.
Oh, and the date picker won't override that if it's over X amount of days.
That's the kind of thing. So it's something to be aware of. It's trying to help you, but I find it more of a hindrance sometimes, I'll be honest.
Right. Yeah. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, that's something that's no big deal. I can either that or I guess I can put use the check mark and put month, day.
You can, or you could put your own buttons on as well. You don't have to use, if you want to keep that space up at the top there and just have some another button here to say day view, and you've got a method which is something like set view, I think it is, and you've got you pass it an equate of day view.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or even easier, not that you might want to do this, but what you could do is new calendar. Go to the control templates. Okay, go to your calendar. One of these, I'm trying to think which one it is. Overview, no, page setup. View. It's not the nicest, but it will save you some work. That will just drop you a quick view selection on there. Obviously, let's just move those across a little.
Yeah, no, understood. That's great.
And then all we've got to do is just make sure it's linked to the calendar.
Yeah, I use that.
Calendar, brilliant. Okay, so try that, and you want to quickly compile and try that, and then you'll see that you've got the built-in controls, but we also give you some window controls just in case you don't want to use theirs.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was in here. I knew about the time scale and some of the other stuff. It's just my... All right, so if we do this, it's going to go to a month view. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a nice solution. That way, how can I get it back to just a single day? You know, that kind of thing. But
yeah, no, there are usability questions like that, and they will get them with time, but they've got an option there as well. It's
yeah, and I can also put that on my daily too, which is nice. Okay, that solves that. Okay, it's called by select clears the rest of the week. Okay, so that is, yeah, it was all my code. Once again, it's Frankie's fault. If I select a month at a time, day picker, okay, that's that one, 8. If I add, okay, that's actually solved too. You're actually solving that one little block of help you gave me there is okay. Here's a biggie, and I asked you this before, and basically, and I have a way around it, and hopefully you're going to tell me how I can do this. I have a situation where we have classes. So see now, if I move this over to here, it very nicely moves stuff over, which is fine, okay, for let's say 2 people in a partner session. But now I got 10 people in here, okay? Can't do that. We got to. So what I do is, and I think John is the only one that I know of that that started with the old time savers schedule, and here it is. I mean, I can't tell you, spent probably a year on this, but so here you can see. Okay, I double click. Here's my appointment form, same as my new one. Okay.
Okay.
But if I double click here, all right, I've set this appointment type, this 60-minute class, as a partner session. Soon as it knows that the type I'm clicking into is a partner session, okay, instead of pulling up the individual record, it pulls up the list of all the people in that class. All right, and if I would start a new class, I would just go here, I would put the first person in, and then I would go, okay, this is a 45-minute class. Okay, so now I go in here again, and now it brings up my list. So I can copy this whole group to another day. I can check them all in at once, or I can look at the individual record here for each individual person and see how many sessions they have left and stuff like that. So what I want to override here is that when I double click here, not on an empty cell, but when I click here, it just does a quick check to see if this session type, and you can see with this data set, they have a ton of them. These are all different types of, you can see massage, swim. When it's a class and here, I'll just show you real quick program setup. This is my main one, session types. If I go to session types and we go to class, I have a check mark here that says, hey, it's a partner. Okay, and it's more than, and this is where I do all the load things with my own colors and stuff. They get to choose their own colors, and so anyway, that little check mark tells it, hey, don't pull up my appointment form, pull up my list, and from there I'll take it and go into the appointment form. Is there a way of doing that? And that would solve my whole class issue.
Okay. One thing, yes is the answer. You've got a couple of ways into it, really. Your real question there is there a way we can detect and not call the automated update and you just call your own?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you've already got a thing when you select an event, it does it puts some data on the screen. So you found the particular record and you can go and look up related records, i.e. The type. So has it got the session marker against it and that kind of thing. So you can get to. Have you got that related information available to you by the time you want to check it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'd have to, like with the color. Okay. In our, and you're gonna have to show me where you put that in bed. Was it the data load?
Data load, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see down here, I begin to do my stuff, and somewhere along here, here that is that record, okay, and this is how I get my color. Okay, I tell it to go ahead and look at, but in that record, okay, is whether it's a single, a session or a partner session.
Right, got you. Okay, well, I tell you what you can do. A lot of people don't actually realise. I'll just run the system. Can I just run it here?
Sure.
Right. So, and it was that one, I believe.
Yep.
So, paying attention. So,
yeah, no, you're doing great.
You've got the events, and obviously each event has quite a few properties against it. So you've got a name, you've got a location, you've got a body, a start time, end time, so on and so forth. You've got quite a few things. Okay. What the event also does is it allows you to add any number of your own properties against each event. So basically, you've got your own storage vehicle, if you will, your own storage mechanism against that event. So as you're loading the event, you could actually at that point create your own variable stored against that event and put whatever you want in it. So you can say, oh, this is a partner, and so on. And then when you come to go and update, you can go and check the status of that property, your own custom property. You can go and check the status of it and act accordingly. And it's all in memory. You're not having to go and look up extra records.
Well, I mean, these would all be different. So, I mean, if storing them in memory, I don't think it's going to do me any good. I mean, it's going to have to be right when I select.
Well, it'd be different per, yeah, because obviously we're talking at an event level here. So, do you want to know what? So, if I was to double click on this one here, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if that was a partner, you'd want it to do something different on the event.
Correct.
Change.
I want to pull up that list.
And the field you'd want to do something, this partner it's on the type when you're doing the load, but you haven't got it at that point, or potentially haven't got it at that point.
Correct. I don't have it until I do my.
That's okay. So what we're going to do at this point here, okay? Can you do it via the group? Just 1 second. Let me see if there's a faster way, a shortcut.
See, what I do with my old calendar is I just get the first record. I just look at it, look at the date, time, boom, get that record. I'm never going to have a mix and match in that field. I'm never going to have, a mixture of multiples, partner sessions or classes and a single session. They're always going to be separate.
So what we've done is we've give you, when you're priming up this group, so you've got this group, body, and so on and so forth, yeah, busy status, and you've got your colour. Okay, so one thing you have got in here, we'll just go after your colours. So I'll just go here, I think that's I could if I wanted to, okay, Calendar Pro, event, custom property name. Now it creates, I mean, you can have any number, but if you're going to use this group loading mechanism, which is your fastest, okay? What's the variable that you are going to set it to, by the way?
Well, it's going to look at, here, I'll pull it up. It's APT, that right there.
Right, okay. So I'm going to actually need that in a second, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So now, against this individual, and it's not property, it's going to be value. So against this one event, I've got the partner, and I've got a property called partner.
Okay.
And its value is that. So now I can interrogate later on if this event, as they're clicking around, is a partner one or not.
Okay.
That makes sense?
It does, but how do I distinguish whether to? Am I going to do this? Oh, I'm going to do this for. It doesn't matter. This is going to name it each and every time, and this
every event is going to have
this is a simple
property.
byte.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Every event's going to have a property called partner, or a custom property called partner, and its value is going to be depending on what
Right,
type.
0 or 1.
Okay, so now we've got that. We want in the event changed. Well, where you want to go and change the event, I should say. In fact, what's your update form called?
Appointment form.
Right, so it's just going to be easier for me to find it that way.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got our thing here, and it's doing various different ones to say if it's a state, not state, so on and so forth. Okay, we are going to have to do some code here ourselves. Do we know what event we are on? And we should do. Oh, that's delete event. No, we don't want that. We want it under change event. Because when you're inserting, that's where we want it.
Yeah, insert will always go to the appointment form.
Yeah.
It doesn't know what you're going to put in.
So we're going to have something along the lines of check partner status. Oh, no, sorry, I don't need that. And we should have, we've got an ID. So basically, our fingers and thumbs here. Calendar Pro, get event, get event, custom value. Okay, and I want to pass it the event param ID, which has been passed in, and what property, and we know it's called partner. I don't know. Oh no, you know what you're setting it to, true or false, don't you? So we can just do that. So if that equals true, then
actually, okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, is that
false? Then we want to go ahead and do the appointment form. And I guess you're skipping by this case statement here?
I am, yeah, so I'm just going to put, it's a bit ugly, but I'll put a part 1.
Name of my code.
We're going to skip that.
Oh, sorry, I moved the mouse.
Sorry. And we might have to keep that because that can do the rest of the stuff for us.
And then just call the form, the browse there.
Whatever your other thing is. I'm just going to put a message in there for now.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Call other form.
Yep.
So basically, we've set up this custom property, and a lot of people, the custom properties are really, really powerful because you can have as many as you want. Like I say, if you're using the loading via event, then I create an array for you and give you 9 elements. But that's only because I've got to put some kind of limit in this structure. But
Sure.
if you was calling set event custom property, you could add as many as your memory can take.
Yeah, that's great.
So yes, basically, if and we're going to interrogate the current event that you're on at the moment, which is ID. Interrogate a custom value of that. We want the property partner. Get its value. Act accordingly. Otherwise, call the other.
So every one of those has to have a name and then a value.
Yeah, they're a
Okay.
pair. So you give them you give them a custom name, and then you give it the value that you want. We have some reserved ones inside. We won't clash. Don't worry. We have a very strange naming convention, so that you guys will never clash with us. But
Good.
I mean, here's the thing. When you're navigating around, you could you click on an event, and it returns you what the record ID is in your table. But CodeJock hasn't a clue what your record ID is, so we store the record ID in a custom property. So you've been using these all the time, you just didn't realise. Okay, do you want to try that?
Want to try that? Yep. I can't thank you enough for your help here.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. We'll go to Abhishek. Okay, so now if I go here, it should just pull up the form, which it does. Then if I add a new record.
I think you'll know which ones your partner ones are. Okay, I've got you, yep.
Okay, so, there it is. Woohoo! Sorry, I get excited over the littlest things.
No, it's
how long I've been working on that?
So.
I just like, how am I going to do this? Because I mean, in personal training studios and gyms and stuff, they have classes. So I needed to solve this for me to actually even roll this out. So.
But do you know what would be nice? But we ain't got time to cover it today. But I'll just dangle the carrot, so to speak. So now imagine, if you will, you've got what you're wanting to do here is you double click, and it's going to bring up a form of other people you want to add to it. Well, imagine if you had, maybe on tabs or whatever, the facility of a list of your members, attendees, and you can just pick off that list, multi-select, drag them across, and drop them on that.
Oh, I like that.
So don't get me wrong, your screen where you've got copy from a group is actually probably practically faster and more usable to them. But drag and drop is a gimmick that gets a sale for you.
Yeah.
You know?
So what I'm going to do here, and I've taken enough of your time. There's other people. I have the daily too, and this has probably got the obsoletes and everything in there too.
Why do you need the daily?
I do. There's this is actually the main one. When it opens up into this. It's got all their trainers across.
So you see, I've got you. Yeah.
So that's number one. Then I have different departments. This took me a while to massage. Boom, I got that really kind of working pretty good, nice and quick. But I've got all those obsolete things in there, and I've got the data load in the wrong section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go in, look what you did, and take it from there. So, and if I have some questions, I'll reach out to you.
No problem. No problem.
I don't know if you going to be available next week. I don't know. You're prepping for.
We're starting to get ready to prep, but no, I think next week will probably be the last one on prior to the CIDC event.
Okay. Okay, great. But, I signed up for the training too. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're going to hopefully. Well, we'll be showing off some new stuff. New enhancements to what you've got, and definitely on the comms as well. Exciting times on that. Definitely.
Yeah, cool. So, very cocool.
Just one thing on there.
Oh, go ahead.
Schedule. If you go back to where you got all your stuff.
I don't have a clear button yet. I just once I select, we almost have to.
That's okay. That one there.
You almost have to close it. But I'm going to have a clear button over here somewhere. But see the delay I've gotten here. That could be because I'm going to the load event in the wrong spot.
It's going to be, yeah. Just have a look at the other, tidy up some of the old calls, so you know that
Yep.
you're not going to doing them. And
Yep.
the golden rule is, if the calendar needs data, it will call just one method, which will be data load events. So that's where you put your code. So if it needs data, it will do it, and it'll even pass itself the date range that it wants, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
The only other thing I was going to say is I'll just bring back to just bring myself back
Sure.
now, and I know you've got the report control. Okay,
Yes.
so
And thank you for that, by the way.
what the? Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I never downloaded it from CodeJock, and they only give you 30 days to download this stuff, and I was stuck.
oh
Then
yes,
I started watching all that, and you reached out to CodeJock for me, and they allowed me to download the same. I'm still on 15.3.1. This year I'm going to catch up, but
a big
I
dental
can't thank you
system I
enough for
worked.
that
Oh,
too.
no problem. No, a big dental system I worked on. Hundreds of installations and thousands of users, and they're still using 15.3.1. So
Okay, got it.
But no,
I don't feel so bad now.
what I was going to mention is you've got your calendar, but
Right.
you can load a report control, take the data from it and put the calendar and put the data into a report control. So imagine yourself something running like, oh no, because that weren't running before. I desperately, that was me doing my testing earlier. And
That's okay.
Bum, 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 bum. Let me stop that one. Can't see for looking now. Yeah, that one. Let me run my normal one. I know what. Yeah, I've purposely been. I better re-register that. Won't be a second.
Yep.
I'm just doing the reg-free.conf settings for all the products, so I'm purposely got everything unregistered to make sure that our tests work, obviously. So yeah. Now, what I was going to say is, you've got your calendar. You're looking at 9 till 5, 9 till or 7 till 7 or something like that.
Right.
Imagine these are the data coming from your calendar, but now you're looking at your day like this, and they're going, okay, that class is going to run there, and they can pull it across. But you're taking the data from the calendar and painting it. So these are your trainers or your resources and so on. And now you're looking at your calendar data in a different format.
Wow. I like that.
So I haven't got it on here. I'll see if I can get it on another system. Just 1 second.
When you do updates, do the examples get updated?
Depends on what's been updated. It's a simple question, a simple answer, I should say. It depends on what's changed. If it's a big feature, of course, yes. If it's just a small feature, then it's probably not needed, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Won't be a second. I can show you what I've just mentioned here. If I can just get it to work. Noyantis. I'm purposely on the other screen because there might be some passwords and so on, which of it I don't want to
I have my eyes
display.
closed anyway.
Yeah, but the recording won't.
Right.
I've been caught out a couple of times like that in the past. There it is.
Lord, I feel bad I've monopolized your time here.
It's okay. It's a user group webinar. It's the whole point. Right. Let's just see if this works. If it does, great. I can quickly show you what I was referring to.
Yeah. If not, we can revisit it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's bring that in. Okay. So we have here's a system. Now, these are people who would be attending and what time of day they are attending and so on and so forth. So now this is for a care centre, a day care centre. But
Okay.
as far as you're concerned, yours is your training. Yours is,
Yep.
and so on. So these are people, but these could be resources, and this could be a trainer with people attending, and you could build a tree. So that could be, instead of a common room, it could be Andy Wilton's giving a class on aerobics. Believe me, Andy Wilton would not be giving a class on aerobics, but you get the idea.
Either would Frank Acosta, believe me.
But you've got now you're looking at your attendees and sort of, oh, did they attend? Did they not attend? Maybe you charge them for a failed attendance, that kind of thing. And this these are our recurring patterns. So that's why default, it goes in, it says they're unconfirmed. I can just let them say, yeah, they did attend, they left at 12 o'clock. It automatically sets it to confirmed, and they're going to get charged accordingly.
Wow.
Now, this is the report control. You've got a date picker here, and there is a hidden calendar, because that is responsible for putting all of this information. Because it's a recurring pattern, you only have one record, and it could recur forevermore. This person here, Jessica, she's going to attend every weekday, until time comes, so to speak. That sounds awful, but you get the idea. Well, the calendar, you have one record, so you need the calendar to be able to apply the recurring pattern to the calendar, but you don't need to visually see it. We just want to hide it and just say, okay, yeah, she confirmed, or we can just obviously just get them to confirm and do it manually with the time, that kind of thing. And did they have a Meals on Wheels service, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
So just an idea.
That's great. Yeah, I'm going to play around with that. This is really nice looking here.
So
great, Andy. Thank you. I'm going to let you go. Sorry, buddy. No. I'll talk to you next week.
The whole point of the user group webinars. So yes, by all means, and we'll see where you're up to next week, and that's good. Bill had a couple of questions, but I think they were related to I'll just do the mic, but I think they were just related to us loading the Pete's problem earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
No, one earlier you had, at one point way back, you had the date of like 30 August showing, but you were putting in a 2 September.
Oh right, yeah, I've got you.
Form. Yeah. And then you went and did some change, and it worked after that, so it didn't really matter. But I do have one question for you. Are you doing a webinar on the 13th?
We are. We're doing one on the 13th to do with report control and Chart Pro, and the pair of them basically letting the user dynamically group their data at runtime, group it however they want the data to be grouped, having the automatic totals working on that dynamic groups, and then having the chart automatically read the data from those group totals. So your charting's linked directly to the report control.
Oh, okay, great. I'll have to make sure I watch that. I've been in and out and leaving again, so.
Yeah, you get bobbing around. Well, I know you're on the training as well in CIDC, and we'll be covering that in more detail during the conference as well. But that's what we'll be looking at on the 13th, just to basically.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had myself a note to watch that wherever I was at.
It's a really powerful control, and used correctly, you can get a lot of analysis out of it immediately.
Great, sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, right. I think that was a pretty good webinar. We started off a little slow. Pete throwing us a curveball, if you will, with that particular issue. I will check that, Pete. Now we've got a set of updates, as I say. I've got the sheet on my desk here, just going down, making sure that the CodeJock version 19 compatible, and we're just doing skin framework, so I think there's only 3 or 4 left. I'll try and get them finished today, although I'm going to head off shortly because I've got to continue working on a different project later. So if they're not out today, you will get them in the morning, because it's literally just a matter of rebuilding the installers and releasing accordingly. So thank you everyone for attending, and I shall see you all next week. Thank you very much.